Welcome to the Kinkazoid Podcast, where you get some education on your form of stimulation. With your hosts, Royal, Chase, and Trey Proper. Buckle your seatbelts because it's going to be a wild ride. Let's get kinky.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome. It's your boy Trey Proper. We got another great episode of Kinkazoids. My head hurts because before the show, these two start singing Black Eyed Peas, and now I can't get it out of my head.
Is he mad? Oh,
no. Please, if you will, please introduce yourselves.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Royal. No tagline necessary. Just recognize she's a queen.
What's going on, you guys? It's your girl Chase. It's Hayes. Doesn't matter how you say it, as long as that flavor stays in your mouth.
All right. Everybody having a good weekend so far?
Yes.
Nobody's out there running. That's what's going on in my head.
Let's get it started.
They for whatever reason, they just in a great mood for that. I don't know. I'm just okay.
Honestly,
well, you don't know why I'm in a great
Candace
mood.
got it stuck in my head.
Yeah. It always starts with Candace. So I want to take a moment here because I believe that I know we didn't plan this on the show, but I want.
Go ahead, have it.
I'm sorry, my family doesn't realize that I go live on Sunday nights, and I've been doing stuff like this for the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
I'm live on my show.
Same. Sorry.
I'm live.
Excuse
Yes.
us over here too, because it's hectic.
I'm doing a show.
It's the night before school starts.
Love you too.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
It was my uncle.
Like, if you're not doing things live, what are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you
Delta
doing?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of messed up my momentum there. But I wanted to take time out to apologize for how I reacted last week.
Nope.
You don't
We
have
already knew
to.
this was
You don't
gonna
have
happen.
to.
We already knew this was
Let
gonna
me
happen.
finish. I was not angry at all. So I'm sorry for the way it was perceived by a lot of people. And I got a lot of people that messaged me with like, Trey, what the f is the matter with you? I was not mad. So I'm sorry that it came off that way. I'm a big enough person to do so, and I wanted to do so live on the show. I didn't tell you guys about that because I wanted you to know that I'm being sincere about it. We work together. We are a working family. For all intents and purposes, we's in a throuple. So I want to make sure my girl's okay. All right? We cool? We good?
My thruple nails didn't get paid for.
I'm
though.
just saying, I need a
I'm not doing
hairdo.
My thruple nails didn't get paid for it. They look cute though. I did the damn thing, but they didn't get,
Yeah, don't you got a whole boo-boo thing now? Don't you got a boo-boo
Yeah, I got a little
thing? Yeah,
thing.
so tear that up, I'm going to pay for your nails.
I'm just
Anyway,
saying.
wanted to say that live on the air. Want to make sure everybody understands that I play a character. I'm now going to go back into character. All right, so let's get this show off the road.
Oh, I'm sorry, cheesy. I don't have a hashtag. This is a work shirt, so I'm kind of like below the chest with it. But you all decided to color coordinate. I don't have a hashtag. But yeah, except for hashtag put it on a t-shirt, which I say all the time. So other than that,
We got to get you one. We got to get you
you gotta get a shirt.
You can always go ahead, come on a security team, and go to a certain website. I'm not going to plot it here, but
I mean, I have my own website for my shirts, so
there you go. So you need to get your own merch and wear it on your shirts so you can advertise for yourself.
I did. If you guys want to go to Teespring and look up Chase Inc. store, you can buy all things
What's
there.
your hashtags?
Hashtag Chase Inc. That's literally CHAYESINC.
I will definitely invest. Okay. Question for you ladies and the audience. This is going to spur a very interesting conversation that you guys kind of didn't want to talk about, but you do want to talk about. If you had a particular animal that you personally associated yourself with, what animal would that be?
Oh, do I
Yes,
need to go
Royal,
first?
you were first. Yes, you are.
Honestly, so I kind of knew this question. I knew this question was coming, so I did the whole "What is my spirit animal?" quiz, like real quick.
You did a whole quiz?
I did a whole quiz. I had to prepare myself because I was coming up with nothing. But what I got was an owl. My spirit animal is an owl. And that is because I have like a deep connection with like the earth and wisdom. I watch before I just jump out and make decisions and stuff like that. So, that was what associated me with an owl.
Okay. Chase?
Okay. Mine's I've always liked tigress, like, animal types, whatever. So I would say mine's is a panther.
Wow.
Yeah. I like panther.
Manny Lewis on Facebook says a liger. Okay.
A liger.
Right.
Well then.
Lion and tiger. All right.
The honey badger, the African honey badger.
African
All right.
honey badger.
All right, Jamaica.
Okay. All right. Now, I'll give you guys in the comments about 10 seconds to guess. Which animal do you think Trey Proper would choose? Ladies, please do not give it away. Dun, 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 dun. I probably should have gave him cue to play that music, but I don't think we can do that. But we can play 9 seconds of it. But anyway.
That's why I started remixing it, Like,
wow.
That's it.
Oh, no. Is she calling me a sea turtle? Like, what the hell? Sea turtle?
No, she's a sea
her
turtle.
honest answer is a sea turtle.
Finn,
Okay.
dude.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, since they have not guessed anything yet, ladies, what are your best guesses? Guess this something. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with something that eats honey and is friends with a young boy in the woods.
Yeah.
Reword that. No.
Oh my God! Yeah. You know what? That's the second time you did that today.
That is the second time I did that today. But we all know what I'm talking about, so let's not pretend like their best friend is a pig. Okay, they have a very sad emo donkey friend. Is that makes it?
Damn, am I really Winnie the Pooh? I do have a sad friend.
First of all, you are Winnie the Pooh because what conversations have we had before? You said you turned into Winnie the Pooh.
No bother. Yeah, so their giveaway, yeah, it's a bear. It's definitely a bear. I would have went with Baloo the bear, but she kind of ruined it. I was gonna sing Bare Necessities and everything, but
Then sing it. Ain't nobody stopping you from doing that.
Still be Baloo.
Thank you for the like, Manny.
Bare Necessities. I can't. We don't have the rights to that anyway.
Nope.
But
You
yeah,
got a remix. I could have beatboxed it and everything. It would have been a whole different thing. What is it?
Don't beatbox.
Ebony
Big
said
brown
that
bear for Trey.
yes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ebony says she's a sloth because she's slow as hell. Okay. Oh, a bear, Pooh Bear. Oh, brother. Anyway.
Oh, brother.
Yes, brother.
Oh, bother. Yeah. I don't know about Winnie the Pooh. I would go with Baloo from Tailspin. That way we ain't got no little boys in this whatsoever. So we good.
I would have said Bear from the Big Blue House. That was my show.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. My Disney ADD.
Nobody? Y'all? Okay.
I didn't watch that. I was
It's
too
on
old.
Disney? Bear from the Big Blue House? A classic.
No.
You probably were too old.
Yeah.
I was. Yeah. Sounds unbearable, Trey.
Oh.
Manny Lewis. So funny. All right. So that was just a quick gimme. Reason why we said that because we were going to talk a little bit about furries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As our king of the week. Why you make that face? I don't think there's any. I'll go first. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with a little furry play. If you want to get dressed up and you want to play it out there, but I say go do it. It's not necessarily my cup of tea. I'd wear some bear ears and probably the paw and everything.
You wear paws?
And I think that's where my limitation is.
I wear the bear paws. I already got bear paws. So
You be
I
like,
think that's
Scrappy,
where
I'm
my
gonna put the paws
limitation
on.
is because, like, I'll put on, the little ear headband or whatever, give me a nice little tail or something like that. I'd be cute. I'd dress it up, but that's probably as far as I go. Like, I'm gonna draw some whiskers on my face, and that's it. That's it for me. I can't see myself putting on an actual suit. That way.
Full blown. I already sweat too much for my skin, so I can't imagine putting fur on top of said skin and trying to do some role play. Nor do I see myself putting a plug tail up in me. So there's that.
Oh, see,
No, I'm not doing that.
Not doing that.
You don't plug the bear.
We're not plugging nothing.
No, you don't plug the bear doesn't get. Never mind. Okay, you know what? Moving on. All right.
You don't plug the bear. So yeah, that's why I said I would do the paws. I'd probably do the nose and everything and the ears. I'd do that. Run around growling at people. That works. Cool. I'd have fun. So you ladies and gentlemen in the comments, tell us if you would participate in a little bit of a furry play. Yes. Chase, didn't you have an exact definition for it, I believe?
Yes. So furries are people who have interest in anthropomorphic animals or animals with human qualities. So it could be dog, cat, reptile, bird, or anything like that. It's gotten to the point now that, they used to have these online safe spaces where people could meet, and now they have actual annual furries. Okay, and they have fursuits and everything, and they call them fursonas. Okay, so your furry persona. Yeah. So each year, furry enthusiasts meet at conferences across the country called FurCons. So it's 1/3 of the furry community identifies exclusively as heterosexual, and furries are 5 times as likely to identify as the LGBTQ community. But so I guess that's where you do your meet and greets at the FurCons. Are you Foxy 2483? I think it's cool. It's fun. It's something definitely different, and you'd have to have a complete and deep interest in it. I have watched them on, I think it was at the BBC channel. I've dived into it. I accidentally started watching them on YouTube. What's the story behind it? People getting into it. What's the reason for them getting into it? And looking at the conferences and stuff. And they really just be out there having themselves a good old time. So once again, we don't kink shame over here. We just try to have a better understanding with some ignorant mindsets. But we learn every day. We learn every day.
I was gonna say. I'm sorry. Were you about to say something?
No.
Royal.
No,
Okay.
no.
I was gonna say. So if it's kind of kinky, but have you guys watched Beastars on Netflix?
I've never heard of that.
I've seen the trailer, but I couldn't get into it. It wasn't my cup of tea, as far as the anime is concerned. So I never really.
The animation isn't the best. It's 3D animation, but it does play along the lines of furry ness, I guess, would be the appropriate term for it.
Okay.
But if you're interested in getting an aspect anthropomorphic, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those type of things. It's basically, like that. Or what was the cartoon, the Disney cartoon with the fox and the rabbit? It's another thing. I honestly think that we've been kind of like
Zootopia. That's
Zootopia.
Yeah.
I honestly
Oh,
feel
the movie.
Like movie, yes. It's like that, but it's with like college students at a dorm or something like that.
Yeah.
Jamaica on YouTube. I love Beastars. But I think we've kind of been groomed to liking furries a little bit from childhood, because a lot of the characters that we've seen have been seen in almost suggestive situations. You look at Lola Bunny, for example. She was kind of drawn with curves and whatever have you, not necessarily sexual, but it was definitely a little alluring. Her walk, her sway of her hips, stuff like that was drawn that way. So I think we kind of been geared up to like it. What do you think about that?
I mean, you're not wrong. Definitely not wrong, especially when it comes to terms of Lola Bunny or like, what was that? Like Pepe Le Pew, with like any type of cartoon that had the female like counterpart to the male counterpart, they always outdid the female body shape, so you would know this is the male animal. Like, and you got kids looking around here looking for a thick behind bunny. Like, it definitely is a confusing thing. Like, for me, y'all can say what y'all want, but the skunk, Flower, and Bambi, that is a female, but it's a male. Like, when he gets older, now his voice done dropped. Now it's dude. But when he first appeared, he gave very feminine characteristics. So I always thought until adulthood that it was a female the entire time, because I totally forget the second part of Bambi when they grow up and then they go and flourish and they have their own families and stuff.
I still thought he was a female. Okay.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying? Because like Thumper was like, you can't call him Flower. He's like, he can call me Flower if he wants to. Yeah, okay, but that was a boy. Okay, let me just, and that was made in the 1940s, 1950s. Okay, all right.
I haven't seen that in so long. The only thing I remember about Bambi is his mom getting killed. And that's pretty much it. In his father.
Oh, Bambi was good. I was just watching it like 2 weeks ago. I love Bambi.
Literally watched it once when I was a kid. Checking out the comments on Facebook. Hell of a Segu. Grant Dixon. I know. That's a thing I was doing. Okay. We do not full body suits. Nah, I like breathing too much. Facts. I generate too much heat. Manny Z. Lewis. Like the Far Side comics, yes. Not the Far Side. And a BBC exclusive, talking to you, Candace. Insert fake outrage here from Amy Lewis. Let's see. The game Bloody Roar sums it up. Yes, Bloody Roar was a great game. I wish they would. I want them to remake that. I'll talk about that on a different show. And a Fat Rabbit, Candace.
Man, the gas rabbit.
And Graham Disney was with the shits. Gender bending
at its finest, for real.
Check it out. Comments on YouTube. Lillian Desu, Pooh Bear in the Big Blue House was super cute.
Thank you.
Jamaica, I love Beastars, and there was an effeminate male back then. Okay, talk about the Flower.
Okay.
All right, so that puts that one to bed. Now let's get into some nitty gritty shit. All right.
Okay.
Ladies, would you, hypothetical, would you be accepting of a homosexual relationship?
I am part of homosexual.
I am not a part of homosexual. But I mean, I've had a homosexual relationship before, so I mean.
But it ended.
It did.
So you weren't accepting of it.
It wasn't necessarily that I was not accepting of the situation. I was just not accepting of the person.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's kind of intricate to the situation, but okay. All right, so who posed this Who posed this? Who brought this up? Wasn't it you, Candace?
Yes, because I am a proud homosexual. Because it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. It doesn't mean that you are homeless. We don't want to use hobo as any derogatory means to homeless people at all. But when we say homosexual, it is that you do not have your own living arrangement to enjoy your romantic and sexual needs. So see, as I still live with the rentals, I do not have my own living space to have my sexual and romantic needs met. So I am a homosexual, and it's taken me a long time to come forward about this. I didn't want you guys to judge me or anything, but it's good to release things, and put things out there, and therefore that's why I don't judge the homosexuals, because I am in the same category as them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't judge the homosexuals either, because I think honestly we've all been there. I mean,
We've all been homosexuals, like
we've all been homosexuals. You good, Trey?
You need some water?
Okay.
I have water. My incense was getting to me. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good.
I'm burning incense. It is what it is.
Okay. Yeah, but no, I think we've all of us have been there at some point to where we're living with our parents, and of course you grown, you try and get it in, but you got to be real creative with ways of how to get yours while you're still living under your parents' roof. So.
I mean, I think it is socially frowned upon for men to be homosexuals. It is unacceptable for us to not have our own place and be able to be providing and provide that area and space to be romantic. It's socially unacceptable for men to be that way. A lot of people are starting to change that idea because they realize how hard it is out here. Hell, COVID hit a lot of people hard. And like
a lot of people have had to move back home because of COVID. Like a lot.
Yes. So, I'm late.
Ty, it's okay. We gonna stay right here though, but it's okay, Ty. You still here?
Yeah. So I mean, but it's. I think that people should look at someone if they're just sitting on their ass doing nothing, man or woman, regardless. If they're doing nothing, they have no aspirations to do anything, and they're not trying, then yeah, they would be considered homosexual. I don't know what to call people in our position. Like we trying to get out of it, and we working towards it, and it's going to happen. But,
yeah. And at the same time, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Varel.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, honestly, I feel like that societal standards should change because, like Trey said, it's hard as hell out here for people, and it's just like people who are out here trying to pay their bills and live their lives and everything. It's difficult for somebody to be out here in this economy trying to live on your own and make sure your situation is straight. And just to pay rent nowadays is ridiculous. Like it's not affordable for anybody on any type of salary
whatsoever. And like I said, and thank you, Brittany. Hi, Brittany. Thank you for coming to the homosexual meeting. But I also think this also goes into, we've talked about this also in the past, like matching your partner and economic standards and like living standards and materialistic things here and there, but my whole thing is like I can't be mad at somebody who is still living at home or living with a sibling or a different type of relative, or is in between housing, because I still live at home, so it'd be a different thing of if I had my own place and then you didn't have your own place, and I'm like, all right, shorty, I don't know, you using me for a bed or what, like, that kind of thing. But at the same time, if the person has a place and I don't, that only gears me to, or drives me to get my own spot. And I would hope it would be like vice versa, if the other person didn't have a spot but I had one. Or you could be in a situation where you both don't have a good place to live, but if you've been talking, dating for a certain amount of time, you guys can chip in together, make it easier on the bills, and get a place together if you see fit and you're ready to do so.
So, we'll pose the question to yourself. Well, I'll pose the question to you ladies, and you ladies and gentlemen out there in the comments. How can you be romantic if you're in a homosexual situation where you don't have your own place? What options can you choose? I'll go first. I'll give one of my, because I am a serial homosexual. I have been in my own shit and out of my own shit multiple times. COVID fucked shit up. It is what it is. So renting a hotel room, Red Roof Inn, I know the price as well. It is what it is. If you need a place to get things going. So what suggestions would you have? Mine's is hotels.
Well, as a continual, and have been, unless college came into play, homosexual, I would say a spacious car is always the greatest route to go in. Make sure you get a car that you want to get a little freaky dicky up in there, and I obviously get one that you can economically pay for and all this other stuff, but it's always good to have space in a car if you're able-bodied to do it. If you can fit in the back or the front and do some things, then go ahead and do your thing. You know, like I have like a Scion, so I could push the 2 front seats, and it's a whole king size mattress back there.
I can't do car sex. I can't do it. I can't. I'm too old for this shit. Too old. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's the best because it's just like an enclosed prison, so you can just project. Anyway.
Nah.
And then like yeah, and then or somebody walks by and they think you're getting murdered, but they know there's something else getting murdered up in there. Hotel, like I said, hotels is the best thing to do. It's just easy, convenient. It's actually convenient if you have a person who works in said hotels. So make sure you get a friend that got a hotel job so you can get some discounts. Okay? That come in clutch. I got 2, 3 of them come in clutch. Okay? So make sure you stay good with your friends and don't be burning no bridges out here with the hotel connects. Okay? But I think that's the best way. Is even before getting romantic with a person, it's just having people in your business. That's the number one thing, okay? Like, never have a pickup. I'm sorry, ladies. I don't want to, ruin your romantic dreams in the world, but I do not do nobody picking up at my house. I don't. I go and meet mutually somewhere, and then we'll drive somewhere else. So, like, we'll probably, like, go to, like, a Walmart or some type of, like, busy store where if I was inside for the next 45 minutes to an hour shopping, it would still be there regardless of the fact. And then we'll probably go somewhere, or I'll meet them at like a restaurant for doing a restaurant meetup, or we'll meet them at the hotel, but no one's coming to pick me up. I don't need nobody in my business. We are nosy enough here, okay? I don't need nobody in my business, okay? So I'm just gonna do a quick meetup and everything like that. But I think hotels and cars are the best thing because we talked about outdoor sex before, and once again, if you're not able-bodied, you have to find your coverings some way, somehow, because you do not want to go to jail with a type of thing on your record that could permanently not let you get a job. Okay, so.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, comment off of YouTube, Kay Holloway. It actually would be a good suggestion if you're up for it. Camping sex. Get a tent. Go out to the woods. Get a little mini space heater, or put some hand warmers around the edges of it and trying to heat things up. Well, I wonder, would that be acceptable?
I'm not trying to run into no real life bears. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't.
You got to go out into the heat. You got to go to Frederick around here to get some bears.
Mosquitoes. That's like
mosquitoes. Any type of woodland creature.
Mosquitoes get in and out.
Creeping up in my ass or nothing like that. I'm not trying to deal with none of that. I can't do that.
There are types of camping places.
Family house.
Yeah, there are type of. I mean, if you got that type of friend and family,
not the friend house. But I was going to say this, like if you can be a little sneaky about it, because depending on where you live and who your parents are and stuff like that, you can be a little sneaky about it if you got your own, basement entrance or something like that.
Section or something like that in the house. Yeah,
that's fine. But that's it. But I think don't come over my house and have sex. We'll have a whole problem.
I think the only time I've done that was like when I was in college and like I wasn't on campus. My boyfriend was long distance, so my friend was like, "Here you go," and I was like, "Hey," like they would let him stay with me in the room, like But other than that, I'm not about to be going in somebody's house just to get my freaky deaky on just because I can't do it because my mama home. That's not weird. But there are places, by the way, that do have campsites that come with their own clean personal trailer. Like it's like one big bed in there, like a nice little bathroom to the side that like acts as a sink. It has its own personal toilet, and then it's like a community. You can go start campfire. So if you want to do that, and I mean you're gonna spend a little bit of money doing it, but it's nice, it's cute. You're over the hills, looking at the sunrise and everything. So I would suggest that because I think that's really nice.
Amber Dixon on Facebook. If you're on a camping trip, maybe Brittany Payne. Facts in the hotel hookup. Checking out comments on YouTube. Jamaica, late night parking at a park. Yes, but you get caught, you can get charged for that. And they got bracelets for mosquitoes now. Facts.
No,
but they don't really work that well.
No, not at all.
"Quote unquote" sweet blood. So yeah.
I found out. I was watching YouTube the other day that it is DNA source that you can be. Mosquitoes can be more addicted to you. DNA-wise than other people, which is weird to me because I would go out with my friends. I don't know if there are some people like y'all, like me out there, where if you would go out with your friends, it's out nighttime, you're outside and everything, and you're getting bit up, and everybody's like, "Oh, I haven't gotten bit once," I found out it's because it's personally you. It's in your DNA. It's in your genes for you to be sweeter to mosquitoes than other people. And that's not fair because they always bite up my thighs. Like, I know I got thick thighs to save lives, but they don't need to save mosquitoes' lives.
So y'all in the comments got all these jokes about it, but would you be accepting of somebody on their way up trying to get back on their feet? Would you be accepting of a homosexual? You didn't answer in the comments. Not you ladies here already answered. But yeah, I think it's different for men than it is for women. Women, you ultimately, if a dude has his own place, he may not let you move in necessarily, but he'll be accepting of you. He'll definitely smash. It is what it is. Any comments, concerns, rebuttals, smoke for me after that.
No, I mean, if you gotta be if you gotta do homosexual sex, you gotta do homosexual sex. You gotta get it in where it can fit in, boy. Right. That's pretty much it.
Right. All right. So, next topic. Who wants to take the lead on this one? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give it away.
Why are you giving it away?
Because I don't want to be monopolizing things as the moderator.
But aren't you the moderator? Aren't you?
I am, but I'm being
leading
nice.
us into the topics.
Yes, I want to let you guys do it.
Okay. All right, fine. Well, our next topic is PDA. And for those who don't know what PDA is, it's public displays of affection. Uh-oh, we lost the host.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. I was just looking crazy because I was frozen. So, yeah.
Okay, don't be doing that. Don't be popping out like that.
I was looking crazy. Sorry, guys.
So again, public displays of affection. What do you guys think about it? Do you think it's okay to openly display your affection in public?
I'll go first. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, there's a level to it. Mm-hmm. You can be overlap. I've had ex-girlfriends in the past who would literally sit on my lap during a greeting of friends, and we're just chilling, and she would not leave. Move. It's hot. I'm big. I generate. Get off me. So, for me, it's levels. If we walking down the street, sure, I'll hold your hand. We'll do a little pinky hold. Sure, we'll do that. Kissing. Don't try to inhale my face. But yeah, cool stuff like that is cool. Playing in my beard, yeah. But don't be trying to Don't try to dry hump me in public. We can sneak off somewhere and get it in real quick. Sure, but don't do too much.
Okay.
I've frowned upon PDA since I was younger. Like, I just don't. It doesn't really do much for me. I don't like people. I don't like seeing it. So I'm the type of person, if I don't like to see it, I don't want to do it. So that's just kind of like how I am. So I personally don't like kissing a lot in front of a lot of people because I don't like to see or hear people kiss. Like the sound grosses me out. I'm not gonna hold you. So it's just like it just doesn't. What's the laugh for? What's the laugh for?
It grosses you out. Oh. It grosses you out. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Here you go. Don't do it, please.
Stop.
Triggers. But yeah, no. I don't see the point of PDA. Like, it's just like, obviously, like Trey said, a peck here, like, a long hug. I mean, if you get weirded out by seeing people hug, like, you need to go see a therapist or something. But, like, a kiss here or whatever, like, but don't be necking me down, like, in the elevator at the mall or something like that. Like, it's just weird. Like, you don't gotta do too much. And honestly, if we've been together and, like, we cool like that and we're supposed to be, like, buddy types before we even get in a relationship, really, we really ain't gonna be on that type of time anyway. I feel like people who, like, overly PDA are just people who are just in it for the sex anyway, Trey.
I mean, facts on both parts. I'm good with a little bit of PDA, but like Candace said, don't be trying to neck me down. Don't grab on my ass in front of my parents, please. I'm looking at you, Hubducer.
No, do it anyway.
What?
Not most parents from Hubducer. Oh my god.
Don't do stuff like that. Like, we don't have to tongue kiss in front of people. Like, you want to give me a quick peck, you want to hug me, you know what I'm saying? That's fine. I'm good with a good old embrace and everything. I'm fine with that. It's just that there are certain levels to it. It's kind of embarrassing for me if we do too much, because then I'm feeling like people are staring at me and I'm not the one for putting on the show. So yeah,
I like some people.
Unlike some people. Yeah. Yeah.
They're talking about the guy off camera, not me.
Yeah, the one back there.
The
The one over there.
background.
The
Yeah,
one
that
over there in the
one.
back.
That shit is secluded.
For the little person in the back. That one.
We're getting real interactive nowadays. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Not
You
him.
gonna talk about me, I'm gonna say something.
Oh, Habdusa finna come in these comments in 3, 2, 1.
Right. Right. Wow. So y'all already, so technically you guys have already answered my follow-up questions, which is like what type of PDA is okay with you and how much is too much. So I'm going to throw a little sidebar at y'all. Do you think it's okay to kink in public?
Before we go, think about that, Trey. I'm gonna read the comments really quick. So Amber said it's a hell's yeah. Brittany said it depends on the PDA. Cal Holloway said hell yeah, but be classy, not trashy. Graham, the inserts are hilarious. Ty said yeah, settle PDA please. Graham, you say kissing sounds like mayonnaise. I didn't say that. Who said that?
Sound like mayonnaise.
Who said that? Not Hellman's. Jamaica said not a fan of ASMR vids. I am a fan of ASMR vids, actually. I do like the ones where they have the ears and they kiss on the ears, which is weird, but I don't like the mixing of two mouths with the spit forming in between. The sound is... Trey?
Please don't.
Okay.
Don't do that.
I'm so tempted. Now I know.
I know something about you too, so keep it up. Kay Holloway, ASR kissing, the moist noise is triggering. Jamaica, let's see.
That word.
Ty said, yeah, homie, this ain't no orgy. Save that for then. Lily said, finally finished my biology homework. Good for you, girl. Manny Wowzers. Darren, okay, here we go. Y'all ain't going to come for me. You will hear me. And the Habdusa has entered the chat. Amber said, wow. And Manny said, hotel balcony and chill is on the table. I have yet to hit the balcony, but it is on my bucket list.
I have yet to go on the balcony.
And yeah, I'm trying to hit a balcony. See, don't say that because Habdusa is yeah, I know. Graham said, and I'm sorry.
The scenery is good.
You said sounds like old white people slathered in mayonnaise. Where are you getting these words from? What are you talking about?
Where's this at?
Where is this transcript?
Whew. Okay, all right.
Anyways, okay, go ahead.
This took me out of my whole fantasy of balcony sections, just like that.
Very quickly.
not a good visual at all. But yes, certain kinks I think can be displayed. Leashes, that's a bit much for me. I'm not gonna put a leash on you, but I will put a collar on you. I think that collars to me can be very, very enticing. You have the little chokers or whatever, not necessarily a spike collar like you're a dog, but yeah. Are you looking at the pictures?
Yes! 10 split score? Jeez, oh my god.
And you can tell by those that you can tell who picked those pictures. But anyway, I think collars for me does it. That's love them. I can deal with certain I like wrist wear, so bracelets or broken handcuffs, things like that. Those things, it's something that can be subtle, that can be hidden, but it's not blatant with it. It's not, hey, I'm fucking. It's not that.
Right.
You know?
No, I agree. I think subtlety is definitely key. Chase, what about you?
Repeat the question. You said, what do I think about BDSM in public?
Yes. What do you think? Do you think it's okay for people to kink in public?
It depends. It depends. I've definitely seen very subtle ways that you can kink in public. Like I know, like Trey was saying, like, you know, not putting a leash on, but putting like a collar on, and as we can see here, I wouldn't want to do a choker because the choker reminds me of 2006. So there's that. I was 13 in 2006, and everybody was wearing a choker, so I wouldn't want to wear a choker to remind myself as I'm 13. But I think that I would. I've seen a video where a guy has his subs learn different hand signals. So that way they can have, like, you know, non-talkative communication between each other. Yeah. I think that's a good way of, like, thinking in public. Or just doing, like, subtle gestures, phrases, something like that, so that the person knows without there being a weird awkwardness or anything. Like, I hate doms who sit here and they're like, oh, you have to call me daddy at all times. Like,
I mean, you ain't got to call me daddy.
Like, okay, Roger.
I'm
relax.
Really with the handcuffs to that. Okay, all right, sir.
You just bring handcuffs out of nowhere?
Yes.
That's what you was doing TikToks earlier? You was out here showing off for people? Is that what you was doing? With your nasty ass?
I'm mad that you have handcuffs within arm's reach.
Within arm's reach, that means you were doing something nasty on TikTok?
Right.
Go follow Trey Proper on TikTok. Go follow TikTok. TikTok King over here, Trey Proper.
Oh, no.
I mean, you got handcuffs and arms reach. You was doing another silhouette challenge?
I'm saying,
what were you doing?
I haven't done another silhouette challenge. Next time I do one, I'll do it a duet.
Yeah, a little nasty.
In real life.
Anyway, but yeah, I don't like, I feel like if you're doing the whole, like, you know, even if you have a choker on it, like you're pulling on the choker, if you are even, like, let's not even take a dom, if you're subbing, like, in public, that's weird to me, bro, because, like, there's so many different ways that a submissive can become submissive to her dom. If you get on your knees out of nowhere in the middle of the mall, weird. Yeah. Okay, like, let's relax. If you're doing, like, the little baby voice that we all know that we do, you know.
Well, that's if you're into little play or not. Some people are into little play.
No, understandably. But we're saying that, but that's play once again. So we're gonna take the whole spectrum. We have to make sure that we're covering all borders. So any form of it in a public display that you noticeably can tell, this ain't no regular stuff. Like, if she was talking like this and then she was like, "Can I go to the store, please?" Come on. Like, get it together. Like, we know. Like, we know the differences and stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Like, doing that in public it's uncomfortable. Like, you know, I've seen too many stories on TikTok where a woman was going to get waxed. Her man came with her, and he, like, you know, she was like, "Oh, can you get undressed?" or whatever like that, and sit in butterfly style. And he got up, held down on her ankles, and was like, "Be a good little girl." She is got to get her poom waxed, my guy. You think this is the time to be like dummy, like, you know? And then the person had to but the person had to kick him out because it made her uncomfortable. Like, this is what you do in your bedroom. Do it then. Don't do it at my workspace. Like, that's weird. So that's
I feel
how
like
I
people
feel
in the community need to understand. Like, for those who don't already understand it, not everybody is comfortable with what you're comfortable with, and so, you know what I'm saying, so just like shoving that down people's throats is not okay with me. Like Trey said, it is about subtlety, and Chase, I think you were saying the same thing. It's like, they're, you know, doms, in my opinion, should have like visual cues. So even if your sub is, you know, saying, like, stepping out of line or whatever the case may be, you have some type of cue to say, "Hey, you need to chill out." You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be some type of communication. That's something that you guys should discuss, you know, up front with each other. It's like, hey, okay, well, you know, you form out the guidelines and the boundaries and whatever that you have. A lot of official dom sub relationships have, like, contracts and stuff like that. That type of stuff is listed in the contract, or is at least, you know, something that you've had a conversation on. But I don't feel like it's something, like, it was something that I saw where I think it was on TikTok, where the lady had this guy on a leash, you know what I mean, or he was like wearing a harness or something like that, and she was just like holding him. He was, you know, like leather clad or something like that, and they were in like a casino with old folks. So, I mean, something like that, I think, is, like, completely and totally unacceptable. So
would that be a combination of a dom sub kink and a thrill kink? Because you're doing that for reactions.
I guess.
It's a kink, and it's not cute whatsoever. I was going to read the comments, but I see we have some pictures here. So I'm going to read the bottom ones first. So Kay Holloway said, probably subconscious humiliation. Jamaica said, consent. Yes, get consent at all times. Brittany said, I agree with Jamaica. Consent is key in a dom sub dynamic. And so once I'm able to get to the top, and then Kay Holloway also says, some folks do full-time dom, and it's their level of kink to ensure their control in every aspect of their lives. Those are the dangerous ones. They are very possessive. And I believe Brittany said something about the atmosphere. If we're going to do an actual kink, Darren said they are in arm reach in the bedroom. Oh,
sorry.
The little handcuffs.
Talking about the handcuffs.
That Trey had? Yeah. Okay.
I mean.
Jamaica said he was prepared for the show. Okay. Lillian said non-visual kinks. I don't see why not, but if it's something that's pretty blatant and involving non-consenting folks to watch or be a part of the scene, don't do that. Right. Brittany also said, I would be down to learn hand signals with my dom. Subbing in public has its boundaries. It could just be making sure sir has his utensils, the right drink, enough sauce and napkins, and that's pretty much it. Ebony also said, I don't kink shame, but leave that ish at home. That's the fastest way to get 911 called on you. Yes. If in a certain aspect, yes, you possibly could have 911 get called on you.
Facts.
If you're at a casino with a ball gag in your mouth, I mean,
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as hand, I mean, yeah, you can do hand. I'm all about non-verbal cues, and having that in tune relationship with somebody. They can feel your energy almost. You can tell when somebody's displeased. You can tell when somebody's happy. You can tell when somebody's aroused by just watching their body language. The eyebrows there for a reason. It means 50 different things. So you look at it, better be paying attention. You look at me, you're gonna realize how I'm feeling at that moment. So yeah, hand signals are fun, but I'm kind of feeling horny right now. Yeah.
But it's not even.
I mean, I don't think that's
that deep.
It's not literally how you would even do that.
Like,
though.
you know, something like
it was
this.
a bad example, but
Very bad example. Very bad.
Sorry.
Very bad.
Sorry.
Very bad example.
Yeah.
My bad.
But what do you guys think about, since we are all part of the community, and I would like to think that we're all friends? What do you guys think about if you all know each other's in these type of relationships and communities, how do you guys feel about doing kink play, or not kink play itself, but is BDSM play in front of friends, especially if they know that you're part of the community?
There are limits for me. I'm private sexually, with the exception of this show and the things I explained, but I'm pretty reserved with what I want to do in the bedroom. I don't want to put on a show. I'm a showstopper, but I have a one-person audience. That's just how I roll. So
we're not saying like how you're out here like fucking
if you mean
in
like
front of people. I'm saying like
just
BDSM, like just and all that
I mean,
stuff in front of friends.
But even still, that's an intimate connection I have with that person. That's our thing. I don't want everybody else to see it. I don't want everybody else to see how my butters turn. You know, that's just me.
So
okay.
Say you wouldn't put on like a show if there was something specific, like something that you know were proficient in or something like that, and your the other doms in your community wanted to know how to do that. Would that be something that you would do, like put on a show in that aspect, but not necessarily, you know, a full blown?
I wouldn't be opposed to putting on a show. It just wouldn't be with my personal person.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, demonstrations, sure, but going through that process with that person, it to me, and it's no offense to anybody else out there who does it, it cheapens my relationship with that individual, and something like that is very near and dear to me.
Right.
Yeah. I know that, like, for me personally, there's certain cues that I'll do to enter into like brat mode. But I think that I wouldn't necessarily do it all the time. And then, like, obviously, there's other names that you could call, like, your dom instead of fucking daddy and whatever like that. You could do, like, sir or mister. And then people could think that's, like, play. Like, oh, like, they're playing. And it's just like, nah, I'm in road, sis. You don't even know what's going on right now. Like, you know, so I think that there's, like, certain cues that you definitely do. I don't know if you guys have ever had a moment where it's actually happened to you in public. Bless you. And there was some form of, like, embarrassment with it. But I was in the mall one time. And my dom seemed that I had like a little attitude problem because I seen something pop up on their phone that wasn't supposed to pop up on their phone. So I kind of just got up and walked away because I didn't want to make a situation happen in front of people. So I wanted to calm down. You guys know how I get when I get aggravated and mad. I need to just not speak. So I just walked away. And like I made sure I slowed down so they were like right next to me. And then the question of like what's wrong, and I'm like, nothing, I'm good, I'm chilling, like let's just get to where we need to go. And then like they just like not reached out but subtly like it almost looked like it was a loving grab, but grabbed the back of my neck and like squeezed and like brought me close, like stop playing with me, what's wrong? And then of course, you know, you have to give the answer stuff, but that to me, granted, nobody knew what was going on. They thought it was like some cute stuff, but like so like I think it was Ebony said like 911 could get called. Somebody could have called that and said like there's some domestic stuff going on here. And then also it was just an embarrassment for me because I'm like, damn, you're not gonna do this in public. Like you could have grabbed me by my wrist or my arm or something like that would have showed that you had control of me like some daggone dog, period. You know. So I think that, like Trey said, there's certain types and certain lengths and conditions that you can go to play in public.
Roy, were you about to say anything?
I was just gonna say I have had not a similar situation, but the situation where I was corrected in public, and it was embarrassing because we had to like explain to a couple that was not in the community what was going on, and I think we were having a conversation about masturbation, and at the time I had a restriction on it, and so I was explaining that my friend was asking me about about it, and I was like, oh, I don't do that, and she was like, okay, well, asking me why I didn't, and I was like, I can't. And so it came down to like she kept asking these prodding questions or whatever, and I just kind of looked over at him and I was like, he won't let me. And so that was when I was corrected, because she looked at him and she was like, well, why don't you let her do it? And he was like, she knows why she can't do it. And it was he said something to correct me at that point in time, and then she looked like I was in an abusive relationship or something like that. Yeah. So it was it was embarrassing. I had to explain the situation away, and then they understood, but it was still uncomfortable.
AKA, mind y'all business. If somebody gives you an answer, accept the answer. If like you ask the second time and I'm giving you the same answer and I'm giving you the face love, like, oh, I just just leave it alone.
Right.
Just leave it alone.
Right.
Okay. Because at the end of the day, not saying she is, but if she was in that type of unfortunate situation, not saying that it's your fault, it's definitely their fault that they're not able to control their emotions, but that could have triggered something when they got home. Right. So like, just if you're seeing something and you want to ask later on when they're by themselves or when you're two by yourselves, ask that. Like, don't ask it now. Exactly.
Yeah,
don't ask now.
I mean, the prodding question, it was a long, uncomfortable conversation. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll say this as far as that's concerned. I didn't understand the question originally. So I'm thinking you were asking on shows. Now, as far as discipline and correction, there are ways you can do that. But again, I'm less physical with my correction. It's more of a promise of what's to come. The back of the head, the back of the neck thing works as well. But lowering your voice and growling in somebody's ear and telling them you keep fucking up. And not in so many words, but yeah, it's for me, it's different. So that type of public correction, yes, but putting on a whole disciplinary, we are the park bench, you going over my knee right now, like, I'm not that type of thing. Yeah. We're not doing that. Later on, I enjoy the play where you can play all day, and you can brat all day, and then you forget shit because your memory ain't that fucking good. You come home, and you're like, wait, what? Oh, yeah. Playtime's over. My time to have fun.
Yeah, see, that's okay though. Like, I feel like, I mean, I know, because I'm also a brat, and I know that my brattiness gets me into a lot of trouble. But it's like that part of it, that correct, waiting until you get home to be like, okay, you remember you did X, Y, and Z. Okay, this is about to happen. That I feel is okay. That's acceptable. I don't like the grabbing by the neck thing. I feel like, especially if you're in a place where it's like you're in a large crowd of people, because then somebody looking on like do I need to get help? Like, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like the whole, growling in the ear, like if you just like pull me into you or something like that, and you say something really low, and then I know, okay, I'm probably in trouble, that's okay too. But I feel like when it comes to like physically doing something to somebody, I don't think that is okay, not in public.
Yeah, I think growling is a good sign. Yeah. Like you hit the 1 and 2 and 3 many times. Let me know what's going on. Going to the comments, Kay Holloway says some folks do full-time dom, and it's their level of kink to ensure their control in every aspect of their lives. Those are the dangerous ones. They are very possessive. Ebony said, I don't think shame, but the leave that ish at home. Okay, that's what you call it. We already went through all these. And then Jamaica said, it's kind of a respect thing. Brittany says, go for brat mode. Jamaica said, not only for the dom sub relationship, but for your friendship as well. Brittany says, I will turn brat in a heartbeat just for shits and giggles and for the punishments later. Brittany also said, I hate I hate having to explain certain things to vanilla people. Vanilla people as in people who do not participate in BDSM, not the Caucasian people, just to clarify. Because apparently I was talking about smeared covered white people with mayonnaise earlier. Ebony,
What?
did you see what Graham was writing? He was just like, "Did you mean mayonnaise?" Anyway, Ebony said sis was too damn nosy. Exactly. Jimmy said absolutely. Walk away. God damn it, walk away. Brittany says pushing Sir's button is fun. Yes, royal brats unite.
Okay,
we out
Brittany,
here.
PSA.
He is out here.
Real quick. Okay, you gotta be careful with this punishment stuff. Because there have been plenty of time where my brattiness has taken the punishment away and it was straight up punishment. It ain't fun.
Very much so.
It's not.
Very much so.
The other fun part is you never know which side you're going to get. So fun it up all you want.
Yeah.
Fun it all you want. You never fucking know.
That's the only bad thing.
To another. Be cautious.
Because that's another thing, being homosexual, that means you have to get tamed wherever you possibly can. And mine was walking from a dollar store, and I was like, yeah, whatever, punk ass, you ain't gonna do shit. And next thing you know, I was in an empty park over a rock getting taken care of. So it's just one of those things where you...
You won't go camp because of mosquitoes?
Do you think I had a choice in that matter over a mosquito or not?
You ain't gonna have a choice over the tent either.
You better get you some damn bracelets. That's all I'm gonna say. Get you some.
Don't work.
Those don't work. I have too much ham hocks down here, and they eat them up every time. I never get mosquito bites any other part of my body besides my butt and my thighs. Literally, and
if you're gonna be acting up in public, you need to take a can of off. I'm sorry, like you can't.
Girl, don't you know? Gotta whip you wanna.
Oh, shut up! Oh my god.
Speaking of vanilla, so I have an audible question for you, ladies.
All right.
Do you think, speaking of vanilla people and their vanilla relationships, do you think there are elements of elements of a dom sub, in a vanilla relationship? Do you think that they have elements of what a dominant submissive union can be like?
I think so. I think because like at least in vanilla couples that I've seen, the wives usually play a more submissive role, whereas they let the man take the lead in pretty much damn near everything, whether it comes to like finances or household things, whatever, just making the decisions about the household in general. That's not just it. Being submissive is not only in dominant submissive relationships, but it's also it takes part in a lot of relationships because that's what people believe, that's what people want, think they should be doing, be submissive to their husbands or boyfriends or whoever they decide to be submissive to.
Chase?
I feel like I heard what you said at the end there, but I feel like the words didn't blend out the way I wanted you to say it. Okay, I want to make sure. It wasn't me. I was like, did my ear? It sounded like you was like elemental P, and I was like,
first of all, I'm gonna need you not to bring attention to that and just go with what I was saying. That's all I need you to do.
But yes, and like my good sis Royal said, in a vanilla relationship, you definitely have those roles being played regardless of the fact. It doesn't even have to be nothing that you get into or anything that you research. That's just kind of how you find that's just kind of how you find it. And I think that has like a lot to do with your upbringing. If you saw your parentals had that type of relationship, you're going to follow suit into that same type of relationship. If it doesn't matter if it's female, male, if you're more of the I'm gonna help just do and I'm active, I'm gonna just get going, that's just kind of how you are. If you're the person that's going to ask a lot more questions, make sure that you have assurance from that partner before you go ahead and do anything, that's something that you could do. You might not realizing that you are putting yourself in that type of relationship, but you can form a undercover dom sub relationship in a vanilla relationship without even realizing that you're doing it. So
okay, I agree. Yes, it is definitely aspects of it in vanilla. You're going to have, like you guys said, a dominant individual and a submissive individual.
Right.
And those roles can be reversed. Some people are switches in real life, and you could be one or the other. So now, as far as I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I just want to say real quick. I just saw a comment on YouTube from Corey. He says, "We're gonna get you some citronella candles, Chase."
Man, all you was missing right there was the wink wink. What?
I don't. Am I slow? Am I supposed to get that? I don't.
Citronella, for mosquitoes.
Oh, okay. See, I'm slow as hell. I don't. If you would have said deep, I would have been like, yeah.
Just shadow me. Anyway.
Taken.
Oh shit, that's right. Damn. Too bad. Anyway. So as far as we've talked about a lot of different things tonight.
100% of the shots you don't shoot. Just saying. My bad.
I mean, well, it's too late now. Shit. The courts are closed.
Not the courts are closed. But no, like I remember I had when I went to. I think when I went to Belize, and that was when the Zika virus was like going crazy. Man, we was like having nothing but bottles of like explicit DEET, like just to spray on ourselves and hopefully we wouldn't get bit. So yeah, but anyways, thanks for the suggestion, but I can't. No, mosquitoes hate me. I hate mosquitoes. I have currently 5 mosquito bites right now. I am dying.
You and me both. They always give me on ankles.
I am dying. And the West Nile virus does not play in Massachusetts. Okay, it's very live and well. So I have to be very careful.
Thing? Shit.
That is a lot of people still get sick from that every year. The West Nile virus, yes. That's why they spray around here all summer just to make sure, especially this time. But go ahead.
So, speaking of aspects of back to the kinky shit. I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
Don't text me while I'm on the show, please. Thank you. Yes. So damn it. Okay.
Boy, get it together.
Need some help with the next point?
I was distracted. Somebody sent me a text. We've talked about a plethora of different things through this episode, and basically it all comes down to, in my opinion, trust and control and learning. And what we always preach here every week, ladies.
Communication.
Thank you. See how well that worked out? Yes, I love it. Thank you. Synchronicity.
Come on, choir director.
Now, what do you think it would take to gain trust in someone to become a submissive to them? What do you think, if you could, as in your own respective relationships, without giving away too much of your personal information, could you describe to the audience what it takes for you to submit? Shut up, Leo.
They have to show me that there's something to submit to. I have to be displayed a form of confidence, especially, more importantly, a form of respect. I have to be able to feel safe with you in order for me to let down that guard to submit to you. And you also have to be willing to hear my side of things and not think that you are going to literally dictate everything that happens.
What you did there.
What I did there. You know what I'm saying? That's a knee slapper right there. But yeah, I need you to make sure that you're not going to try to control the situation. Like, you're going to let me have a say. You're going to let me do what I need to do and how to do it in my own pace and my own time without you trying to basically control the situation. I think it goes vice versa too, especially if you're a person who is in the community dating somebody who's not in said community exclusively. Just letting them know, what your rules are when it comes to just how you are in a relationship in that aspect, and also giving them that time and that patience and that communication back and forth to let them know this is how I would like you to present yourself, just as much as this is how you would like me to present myself.
Okay, Ms. Royal.
All right. No, I definitely agree 100% with what Chase said, as usual. I feel like in order for somebody to gain my trust, I, like Chase said, I need you to show me, to prove to me that you are somebody that I could be submissive to. And for me, what that looks like for me is taking over a situation or whatever whatever it may be, and proving that I can take care of this, I can take care of you, I got it, you don't have to stress about it, that type of thing. That for me lets me know that I can put my trust in somebody and fall back and be submissive to them, and them just showing me that they're, you know, a genuine person and they have my best interests at heart, and you know, that they will put their best foot forward, as you know, as far as taking care of my needs, or you know, things along those lines. That would be the biggest thing for me. It has to be, and I think it also goes along, like, hand in hand with what people may be looking for in, like, vanilla relationships. You want somebody with some integrity. You want somebody who is trustworthy. You want somebody that is, you know, he puts you before, you know, others, or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something like that. So that to me would gain my respect and gain my trust, and say, okay, well, I can be submissive to this person because I know that he's going to take care of me.
Okay, all right.
Very much so. What about you, Trey?
I am. I'm definitely distracted because I was about to drop the link and I totally forgot what the hell my fucking question was that quick.
What makes you want to dom a person? Like, what puts a dom somebody? Like,
I was distracted. My bad. So it for me, it is a deep connection with that individual. It does take a lot of trust for me to get to that point with someone, and they also have to want to submit. It can't just be, I want to dom you. It's not that. It's, you have to show me the qualities of a person who wants to do that, and that you're willing to trust me. If you can't trust me, and the fact that I'm not going to harm you, I'm not going to take advantage of you, I'm not just here for myself, and I mean what I say when I say I'm a giver, that, and you can show me that you trust me, you know, I'm all for it. But if it's just, you can't, there's no such thing as fast food kink. You know, there's no fast food dom sub. It has to be cultivated in the kitchen, in the home. It has to be made real. It can't just be faked. And I wouldn't want it if it was. I'd never want to do the fake thing. So you got to show me. You got to show me. And you got to show me you're about me. So the reason why I was distracted is because we are coming to an end of this episode. It has been a great episode, ladies and gentlemen. But we are going to continue our conversation for the rest of the evening over on our Discord. If you would like to join us, I am going to continue to copy this here link like I was doing. Ladies.
Quickly, wait a second. Before we move on to anything else, let's talk about these comments here. Let's see. Brittany says it takes time and just a confident vulnerability and ability to trust me to submit. Brittany also said, I think it's easier to be submissive to someone if we've got history. If they've already know you, it's somewhat easier than trying it with someone new. Jamaica said, completely agree with Brittany. Corey said, trust is key. I definitely, everything everyone's saying is completely 100% facts. You know, if you have to have trust, you have to have that communication. It definitely is easier to do it with somebody who you know, but then there's a thing of, what if that doesn't work out? Now you're single. Now there's the next person, you know. So I think that if we're talking about a relationship that has sub and dom relationship like tendencies, you both are in the community, but you, like myself, like I'm in the community, but I don't contract myself with anybody, if that makes sense. Like, it's just whoever I'm in a relationship with, that's deity, like, you know, period. You know what I'm saying? But you have those who are in exclusive dom sub relationships and exclusively only date people who are submissive or who are, like, you know, permanent dominants. And with those type of relationships, those are ones that have to be taken very seriously. Once again, you, as a dominant person, you are quote unquote controlling, and being that person's, you know, protector, that person's support system and everything, and leading them in that said relationship. And then as a submissive, you are entrusting, you're letting go, you're being vulnerable with that, you know, dominant. So in those type of relationships, trust, like Corey said, trust is very key. And you can't just say, I'm done with you, I'm breaking up with you. That's not how that goes. Majority of these things are contract, okay? You have to read over, look over everything. Some people even get this joint notarized just to make sure that you guys are comfortable in this type of relationship, and this is the formalities, these are the rule breaking rules, this is how this is going to go, just so that you guys are both very comfortable in said relationship. You can't ever just walk away from that type of relationship. It will literally end that dom or that sub because you've put in so much time and trust and process in that relationship. So if you are, just as a heat of warning, if you are wanting to get into an exclusive form of these type of relationships, understand what you're going into and what you're getting into and what you're literally signing up for. If you want to be like me and it's like this is just who you are, but you also know how to you also like just want a regular relationship, then make sure you make that clear to that person that you're with, that like I'm a sub, I'm a brat, boo, this is just what I do. However you want to present yourself to me, I'll take it, but let it be known I'm going to be submissive to you. There's going to be some things I'm going to do, you're going to probably be like, whoa, what is this? But you're going to learn, you're going to catch on, and then you're going to be like, bring that ass here, and I'm like, yes daddy, okay. So it's just one of those things you just, teach and learn. But yeah, all those things that everybody's saying is definitely true. Hey Savage Joe,
real quick, Savage Joe, it is his. No, wait, is that the same? No, I don't think that's our DMV Savage. But before we go, real quick, we want to give a shout out to that DMV Savage because it was his birthday a couple of days ago, and we haven't had a chance to talk to him yet. So, Adam, happy birthday. We love you over here at Kinkazoid. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And I know, knowing you probably turned up. So, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Ooh, not Brittany saying she's taking applications for a dom. By the way, guys, if you ever want to actually meet up with people, there's a bunch of different ways to meet people in the community. Do your research. There's definitely like clubs, meetups, what are they called, socials and everything like that, just to go there. And even if you're not looking for said dom or whatever the case may be, like it's just going somewhere where you can feel comfortable inside of a community that people understand where you're coming from. And you can also have talks, conversations, and probably make friends and stuff. And who knows, maybe set up an appointment for an orgy one day. Who knows? So yeah, just make sure like you do your proper research, because some of them are scams and are looking for people just to walk in there and get bucket naked. So
right. And I mean, like it's something that we did not get to touch on today. There are responsibilities of the dom. There are responsibilities that the sub has. You guys, if you decide to go into this type of relationship, make sure, like Candace said, to do your research, because there are things that you are responsible for as a dom, and there are things that you are responsible for as a sub, regardless of what type of sub you are. There are different types of sub. There is levels to dom. There's a lot of things that you need to know before you decide to jump headfirst into this. So please do your research. Go online. Google is free. Do what you have to do. Yeah. And then again, like Candace said, there are ways to meet up with people in the community as well. Meetup is actually a really good one. And Candace gave some other really good examples. Trey, is there anything that you want to add before we go out?
Kinked. Kinked is a good app to use if you want to start meeting some people as well. I think that was it. Just join the Discord. Did I forget anything? I didn't forget anything else, did I?
I don't think you
did.
I
forget?
don't think you did.
Okay, all right, cool. Join us on the Discord so we continue the conversation. We'll talk about some things we didn't get a chance to get to, or we saved for the after hours conversation, the aftercare. And follow us everywhere. Kinkazoid, you can be found YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. If you're watching a live, please like the video, share the video, spread the word to your friends, share the link on Twitter, whatever you got to do. Help us grow so help us get our names out there so we can do a lot more than we've been doing. So yeah, that's what I meant to say. But yeah. Let's go ahead and I'm your boy Trey Proper. You can find me Trey Proper everywhere.
It's your girl Royal. You can find me on IG and Twitter ROY4L R4YNE.
Your girl Chase. You can find me on Instagram at Candy Taste Sweet. I say it because it's true. And you can follow me on TikTok at Chase Inc. CHAYESINC. All
right, we'll see you guys over in Discord.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.